Hey, happy Tuesday. Come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Howdy, gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at The Daily Dope, presented by thegaminggang.com, which I happen to be the Grand Poobah. Yes, I am the founder and editor-in-chief of thegaminggang.com. Welcome aboard. It is Tuesday night. This is March 24th, 2020. Don't have a date popping up here tonight because we're going to do something. Actually, I should say popping up over there. Doing something a little bit different tonight. And I will get into that in just a moment. But do want to point out, if this is the first time you've ever stumbled across this stream, normally I'll be talking about tabletop gaming news, some pop culture stuff, some PC games, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but mainly it's tabletop gaming that we discuss here at the Daily Dope. This happens to be episode 459 of the Daily Dope as well tonight. So, man, it just keeps stacking up, right? Tomorrow's gonna be 460. Anyway, do want to mention, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Fight those trolls out there. Subscribe to the channel, because if you do, don't forget, ring that little bell, because it is a notifier. It'll not only notify you when the Daily Dope goes live, Mondays through Thursday nights, which I'll be talking about in a moment as well, but it'll also tell you when my standalone videos get uploaded also, which I've had a few very recently. I've got more coming up this week as well. Talk about that in a little bit too. So do want to point out, tonight we're doing something different. The reason being is there's so many things going on right now that talking about gaming news, and not to say it's frivolous, because I know a lot of people have kind of reached out to me and said, "Hey Jeff, keep doing what you're doing, because we need a little bit of normalcy." And I understand that. I get that. But the thing that's going on now is, I talked about this last night, Diamond Comic Distributors and Alliance Game Distributors, which is owned by Diamond, they've shut their doors. So there are no new shipments going to be going out after this week. So anything that's for sale April 1st or later is on hold. That goes for comics as well as tabletop games. Most companies, most stores out there, most retailers do utilize Alliance. There are other distributors in the country, but they're kind of doing the same thing. They are kind of shutting their doors as well, as a lot of folks hunker down for what could be the worst ahead as far as COVID-19. So it's silly for me to talk about news. I mean, I'm going to keep posting it on thegaminggang.com, but everything that's like, well, it's coming in April, coming in May, well, now it's not. We don't know when things are coming. So some of the game companies as well have been putting notice out that they're kind of shutting their doors, or maybe they're just they're shipping from like drop shipping, things like that. So what I thought we could do is maybe have a little bit of fun and just kind of goof off a bit. I had talked about how KOSMOS Games was kind enough to send me some Exit, the game titles. Now, this is one of the small ones. This is the House of Riddles. I also have the Catacomb of Horror, which I will show that off in just a second. This is one of the bigger ones. And I am not familiar with, well, I mean, I'm familiar with the Exit lineup of games. I've never played any. I've never experienced the escape room at home kind of setting. So I thought what we could do is we could actually bust this out and try to solve the mystery together. Yeah, I know. So, also do want to point out that because this is a live stream, it is on YouTube. That means there's chat also available on YouTube. It's not on screen. It's one of the ways I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay, but I do pay attention to the chat. Of course, if you're watching this after the fact, there is chat available on the side of the video, so you can follow that along as well. So we do have a few people in chat tonight, which is cool, because we were not pulling in too many people lately, and I completely understand that. That doesn't bother me at all. So we've got Will Burton, we've got Flaming Heron, we've got Viper Dave, Dan from No Enemies is here as well. El Duce. I think I got everybody who's chimed in. If you're just hanging out, be sure to say howdy. I do my best to pay attention to chat. Sometimes, especially tonight, I'm sure there's gonna be things that are gonna just kind of fly past. But if you want to say howdy, or if you've got a question or a comment, by all means, please chime in, and I will respond as best I can. So, let's see. Looks like everybody's doing pretty good. That's good. Thumbs up on that. Fleming Heron says, shock horror, what's happening? I read the tweet. Yeah, well, okay, so Flaming Heron's talking about Modifius Entertainment. They are not going to be shipping out any new product. Anything that's already... Some companies were still sending stuff out today, and they were saying, that's it. So anything after today, they were not going to process any more orders. Of course, Modifius Entertainment has a bunch of stuff in PDF, and they just released today. Oh, it's a role-playing game that's based on the PC game. Or I shouldn't say PC. I should say video game, because it's on consoles as well. In fact, they just shot me a copy of it in PDF for review, even though I keep telling these guys I don't do the PDF reviews. And Sammy, who does the PDF reviews, I haven't heard from her in a while, so I don't know if she's still doing reviews for me or not. Don't know. So yes, so we are getting a bunch of that, but like I said, you'll still see the news on the website. I'm even kind of kicking around as baseball season, well, as opening day approaches, because I just got a review code for Out of the Park Baseball 21 that I talked about last night. Got a review code for it today. I'm almost tempted to record, like daily games for me running the Cubs into the ground, of course. All right, Dishonored. Thank you, Flaming Heron. That is it. It's Dishonored, the RPG. Viper Dave said, my daughters were visiting and we bought one of those games, but it was a big box instead of the small one. Difficulty was harder. It's needless to say, we did not do well unless we used the clues. Yeah, I get a feeling that it's going to be like that for me too. Not the brightest bulb on the string. But yes, you probably got one of the larger ones, like the Catacombs of Horror, which I do believe that this is... There we go, it's Expert. The House of Riddles, which we're going to jump into in just a couple of moments, is like 2 out of 5. So it is closer to novice level. So Viper Dave says, yeah, that was the one. So yeah, like I said, we'll have a little bit of fun. I took the shrink wrap off of this. I have not looked inside this yet. So we're going to if you have not messed around with this, it's going to be brand new to all of us. And if you have messed around with this already, please don't give us the answers. So Flaming Heron says, oh God, 2 out of 5 might still be a struggle. For me, yeah, maybe. That is very, very possible. All right, anyway, so let's jump on in. What I figure I'm going to do here, because this is supposed to take about an hour or two to go through, I think we'll break it up into 2 parts. So we will do part 1 tonight. I will leave it just set up down here in the Duct Tape Studios. And then we'll start off and we'll do part 2 tomorrow. Have to point out, I am kind of bouncing around the idea that I might finish up tomorrow's show, which is number 460, and go on a hiatus. I don't know. I do not know. because I had already tweeted out that I felt a little weird talking about tabletop gaming news when all these horrific things are going on. I am also very disappointed in a couple companies who I will not name. I should call them out, but I'm not going to name them for launching Kickstarters today. Yeah, sorry, I do not. In fact, Glenn Seal, my pal over at Monkey Blood Design and Publishing, who does the Midderlands, had a 5e Kickstarter going, had been successfully funded, hadn't ended yet, and they decided, hey, you know what? It's in poor taste for us to be doing this right now, and they actually pulled the plug on their Kickstarter. So kudos to him, even though he had launched the Kickstarter before these fresh new horrors kept popping up on a daily basis. So yeah, I feel weird, especially like the Kickstarter stuff. I don't want to be sitting here like people are trying to figure out how are they going to pay their rent, how are they going to pay their car payments. So many Americans live from check to check, and I shouldn't say Americans. I have people who watch this show from all over the world, and they probably go from paycheck to paycheck. A lot of them as well. So I feel weird sitting there like, and not that I shill, but even sharing news about Kickstarters and that when people aren't sure where their next meals might be coming from. So Viper Dave says they did not know that there were different exit the games. There are a bunch. In fact, when I first did my first time I interviewed anybody from KOSMOS, I want to say it was Lily DeSisto. I know it's Lily, but I think the last name's DeSisto. Everybody's wearing these exit hats, and there were tons. There must be, I think there's probably like 20 of them. And I just had a news piece about a new one coming out. Well, who knows now? I think it was supposed to be May 1st originally, and it's Theft on the Mississippi. That's in 1872, trying to find somebody who's stolen something very important on a riverboat on the Mississippi. So, all right. And yes, as Flaming Heron points out, one of the biggest issues is when things would be released as far as Kickstarters. That's something else that I've kind of thought, because I even took a peek at these two Kickstarters that launched today. And they're like, oh, yeah, September 2020. And I'm like, no, because I know you guys have this stuff produced over in China. So I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. All right, so we've chatted for a little bit. Do want to point out, you might see like a little, I don't know, discoloration or something. If you're watching on a big screen, I got a piece of dust on the lens. And I don't think it's on the lens. I think it's on the mirror. And I noticed that right when I was starting to get ready for the stream. So I took the lens off the Nikon right there in front of me and used my little blower. What did I just do with the? Oh, it's sitting over by the lens cap. Thinking, oh, hey, maybe it's either on the outside of the lens or just on the kind of inside of the lens. No, so I either have to clean the lens off, which is a pain. You do not want to clean lenses on cameras. Or I got to clean it out the mirror, which is an even bigger pain. Hopefully it's just something I can just blow the dust off of it. All right, anywho, let's jump on into this, because Exit the Game, the House of Riddles, is from KOSMOS Games. It's designed by Inca and Marcus Brand. It's for 2 to 4 players, or like us, a bunch of us, because I think there's a few of us in chat tonight. For ages, I believe 10 and up. Let me double check, because sometimes sell sheet info is not right. Yes, it is 10 and up, so it must not be too horrific. As I mentioned, plays in about 1 or 2 hours. It is available right now. It does carry an MSRP of $14.95. So let's swing on over to the other camera. Ta-da! There we go. House of Riddles. Let's flip it on over. So it says, a mysterious invitation from 3 detectives, 3 stooges, leads you to a house of riddles. But when you arrive, you find everything looks abandoned. With a bang, the front door slams behind you. You are trapped. What's going on here? Where are Sandra, Mario, and Tom? Those must be the detectives that have led me to this house of led us, I should say, to this house of riddles. So as we jump on in here, do you want to mention it was kind of weird yesterday how chat disconnected for me, and I was like, okay, so am I still streaming? Looks like I'm still streaming. I hope I'm still streaming. Turned out I was still streaming. It's a cool deal. Let's open this up. So first off, do want to also mention that these are playable once. Play the game once, and that is it. So we may end up like tearing stuff apart. We may write on some stuff. Stupid me does not have. I think I got a piece of scratch paper floating around. But so this is a one and done sort of game, which I know some people complain about, but the reality is kind of like it's $15 for this game. That's MSRP. I'm sure you can probably pick it up online for about 11. It's the cost of one person go to the movies. So, all right. It says caution: do not look closely at the playing materials, cards, book, etc. First, read this manual together out loud and carefully follow all of its instructions. What is this game about? After a long trip through lonely roads and dark woods, you have finally arrived. With a queasy feeling, but full of anticipation, you climb the stairs to the mysterious House of Riddles. What on earth awaits? Hard to believe that you will soon be face to face with 3 actual detectives: Sandra, Mario, and Tom. Tom, Dick, and Harry. The 3 detectives who invited you to a mysterious meeting. All you know is that they have designed their own escape rooms, rooms filled with riddles that have to be solved in order to find the exit. Along with the invitation, the 3 detectives sent you a strange disc with the following words written on it: decoder disc to help you solve numeric codes. Yuck. I'm awful. I am awful at numeric codes. The windows of the house gaze at you like creepy, diabolically shining eyes. Are we at the Amityville Horror House? Not a soul in sight. A little hesitantly, but burning with curiosity. Hopefully it's just curiosity that I'm burning with. You open the heavy front door and enter the dark entry hall. With a loud crash, the door slams shut behind you. Muffled click removes all doubt. You are locked in. All right, so we will try to zip through this pretty quickly. So we've got our game materials. It says, in addition to the game materials, black felt tip pen and pencil. Okay, a pair of scissors. I got a hobby knife. We can pull that off. Possibly paper for taking notes. You will also need a watch. Ideally, a stopwatch. Boo, I don't have my phone down here. Rats. As an alternative, you can use the digital timer with the atmospheric soundtrack. Yes, there is a helper app that's available for this as well. Hey, Kabuki Kid is popping into chat. Good to see you, Double K. Thanks for joining us as we're going to try to solve the mystery of the House of Riddles from Exit the Game. Get the book and the decoder disc ready on the table. Carefully remove the magnifying glass and the calling card. Set them aside at the edge of the table along with the ball and the odd cards. Okay, so here's our decoder disc, right? Here's our magnifying glass, which isn't really a magnifying glass. It's just a little punch out. So we are going to... Okay, so the book. Here's the book. That is our book there. Look, it's a ball. And the ball has... Did it have something on this? Oh, no, I guess not. For a second, I thought there was like something marked on the ball. Oh, no, it's just a little flat area of it. Okay, so we've got the ball. We've got the magnifying glass. I guess we'll punch this out. Which also has like a little slot here. Like so. Oh, so Kabuki Kid says they're actually only here briefly watching a movie with the old boyfriend. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you decide you're going to play this at some point, you probably don't want to be watching. So we got the ball. We're going to put the ball off to the side. We got the magnifying glass, putting that off to the side as well. Got the deck of cards. Okay, so what is this thing supposed to be here? The calling? I don't think this is the calling card. I have no idea, but we'll punch this out anyway. So it's some sort of a setup. I'm seeing light bulbs, arrows on each side. No, I should say on one side. Like so. There we go. Have that stand out a little more. So here's our decoder disc. Aha. Well, so it looks like there's one. Oh, there we go. I was going to say there's quite a few rings to this. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see right now. I'm like going to be like, huh. So Flaming Heron said the ball is here in case you get bored, you could throw it at somebody. Smack. It is a solid ball. I think this is wood. I squeeze it. Turns out it's just a gum ball. Yeah, I think this is a wooden ball. Okay. All right, so we got that. Don't need the ball and the odd cards. I'm not sure which one are the odd cards. So it says sort the remaining cards into piles. All right, let's open this deck up. So we got riddle cards, answer cards, and help cards. So we've got red, blue, and green. So it says stop, important. Do not look at the game materials, cards, book, etc. First read the rule book. Yeah, we're doing it right now. Carefully follow all the instructions. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the stop. Warning! Check to be sure that the riddle cards and answer cards are arranged in ascending order of their letters or numbers. Separate the help cards according to their 10 symbols. Place each group of 3 cards sharing the same symbol on top of one another with the solution card on the bottom, the second clue card on top of that, and the first clue card on the very top. Then set the 10 help card sets at the edge of the table. Okay. This game has no game board. You'll have to figure out for yourselves what you need to find in the game and what the rooms look like. At the beginning of the game, you will only have the book and the decoder disc available to you. As the game continues, you will add the riddle cards, either to be found in illustrations or referred to in the text. Whenever this happens, you can take the corresponding card from the riddle card deck and look at it. So you see a riddle card A illustrated in the book, then you may immediately take that card from the deck and look at it. You may only look at the answer card after you have entered a code into the decoder disc and have been directed to the corresponding answer card. So Kabuki Kid says, remind me of the old rings you needed once upon a time in software copy protection. That's funny. Elliot Miller, my best friend, and I were just talking about that. Or how they used to have it where you had like the manual, and then the game would tell you, all right, what's the 13th word on page 71? And you'd have to enter it in to unlock the game to play. I mean, every time you played. Okay, so you may likewise only use the strange items when explicitly told that you have found them. Until then, leave them at the edge of the table. Course of play, your goal is to work together to escape from the House of Riddles in as little time as possible. This would definitely be easier if there were not so many riddles all over the place that had to be solved in order for you to make any progress. To solve the riddles, you can write on, fold, or cut the materials. All of this is allowed and sometimes even required. You can only play the game once, after which you will know all the riddles and won't need the game materials any longer. Solve the riddles in their proper order as you work through the book. You will keep coming across locked doors and objects. Each of these will display a symbol and can only be opened with a 3-digit code. If you see a riddle, take a close look at the corresponding page of the book and the riddle card. Work together to think of how to solve the riddle in order to find the proper 3-digit code. Then enter the code in the decoder disc. The outer edge of the disc, there are 10 different symbols pictured. Each symbol stands for a code to be cracked. Pay attention to which symbol is shown on the cards and on the objects in the book. Enter the code under the symbol on the decoder ring, starting on the outside and proceeding toward the center. A number will then appear in the viewing window in the smallest wheel on the disc. That will indicate the number of the answer card that you are then allowed to look at. Okay, so Let's see. Don't forget, the locked doors and objects are shown in order on the answer card showing the overview. First in the left column, then top to bottom, then in the right. So this is whether right or wrong. Return all the answer cards back to the answer card deck when told to do so. All codes can be solved logically. You shouldn't just try all possible combinations on the disc. All right, so we're not really going to be doing like a timer or anything. All right, good to see you, Kabuki Kid. Enjoy your movie. See you next time. What are you waiting for? Start the stopwatch or timer. Now you're allowed to open the book and start the game on page 2. Okay, so first I do believe. Oh, look, there's a certificate. We successfully escaped. Let me kind of just write down what it took you to do it. So I think we have to break these up into decks, right? So we got riddle cards. Quite a few of these riddle cards. There we go. Okay. So there are the riddle cards. We got these. Got answer cards. Okay. So we've got answer cards. Got those. Pop those down there. And we got clues. So first, second, third, first, second solution. First, second solution. Okay, so these are all by the symbols. Okay, then we got black cards. Okay, not sure what these might be, so I'll just leave those. So this is the bottom of the deck of cards. I turn the entire deck over. Okay. All right, so we've got the different symbols. We've got different clues, and then we got a solution. So we're going to put those right over here. We got our decoder disc. I believe we're able to open up this book and dive on in to take a peek. So I guess this is the point where we walked in the door and now the door has locked behind us. So it says, gradually your eyes adjust to the darkness. The dim entrance hall is completely empty. Sandra? Mario? Tom? No answer. Only your voice echoing off the walls. Hello? Something's not right. Where is the welcome committee? Where on earth are the 3 detectives? Damn you, where are you? Damn you, detectives. All of a sudden, a glittering cone of light illuminates a wooden door at the end of the hall. Above the door, a large red question mark shines forth. Tom's sign. Relieved, you run toward it. But the door is locked, secured by a red padlock. At the bottom of the door, you discover an odd symbol which looks like a thick L. You examine the dots on the door. Or are they bullet holes? Your vision starts to blur, but just then, some colorful letters and numbers light up the door. There's a soft puff of wind, and a card marked Riddle Card A slowly floats down. A sudden shrill scream. Was that one of the detectives? Has something happened to them? No choice but to move forward. You have to solve the riddle and use the decoder disc to get through this door. All right, so that's what we're looking at here. I'm going to push these up. I'm going to get a better look at this. In fact, I might just zoom in a little bit so that people can get a better look at this here. So these are the holes. There's the red question mark. There's the padlock. It's a 3-digit code. So riddle card A says L. Sandra, Mario, and Tom, welcome. Okay, so we see that each of their names, we've got it in colors. So we've got Tom is in green, Sandra is yellow, and Mario is in, looks like this is orange. So, okay. So those of you who are sitting there watching, I have never played like escape rooms and things like that. I am kind of wondering. So okay, so here we've got the L, right? So that's our symbol right there. Are we supposed to connect these? I'm wondering. So it would be if we go in the way that okay, so that's a 3, right? I'm taking a stab, kids. I'm just taking a stab. So we've got this. So that's Sandra. So we've got 3. Then we got Mario. That we MARIO. So that looks like that's a 9. Then we got Tom. I think that's a 1. So let's go. So we've got the L. So we've got 3, 9, 1. I think that's how we're supposed to line that up, right? So so is this the answer? This is the answer card we take? Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what we do here is we take the answer card that it tells us. Yeah, okay. So is this code possibly correct? Blah blah blah. In this example, you're directed to card 8. Find this card in the deck. Only this second okay, so only the answer card is going to tell us if we're correct. So Flaming Hero's like, so you're doing better than I was. So Viper Dave says, yes, look at 24. Thank you, Viper Dave. Yeah, so I get the first stupid clue. Big deal. We're going to get to the next page and I'll be like, see like a little bit of drool kind of dribbling down. Like, ah. So Dan says, I like this. He likes seeing how stupid I am. What a doofus I am. Okay, so let's look at answer card 24. Okay, there's answer card 24. Flip this over. So the code may be right. Where can you see the code symbol? What? I'm like, okay, so. Okay, so what does this tell us? Where was it? Okay, so. Directed to the card. Okay, so it's okay, so this is the first card. All right. So is the code incorrect? If so, the answer card will tell you with an X. Well, we didn't get that. Check the symbol in the code. If that fails to help, take another look at the riddle, try to come up with a different code. Is the code possibly correct? If so, you'll get an answer card showing an overview of objects and cards. Maybe the lock is where the symbol would go? Well, we're not seeing a padlock on here. Let's see. Oh, look, hey, so here we go. So it's showing, in our example, you want to open the door with the L symbol. So look for the door with the L symbol on the answer card. Okay. There it is right up top. A little tough to make that out. It's like, geez. Oh, thankfully, I've got my contacts, which are almost like bifocals. They just make my close-up vision way better and my distance not as good as it was with my others. Okay, so it's telling us to go to card 7 and then put this card back. This was card 24. Go to card 7. It's going to be a big X. Well done. Ooh, well. So, well done. The lock opens. No sign of Tom. Tom's dead. They're all dead. No, I'm sorry. This is for ages 10 and up. So, no, they're not. No sign of Tom, but riddle card B pops up as if from nowhere. Take the riddle card from the stack. You may now turn to page 4 and take a look around Tom's room. So, might as well put that back into the answer deck. Now we got riddle card B. This was riddle card A. I'm just going to put this on the bottom of that deck. So now we go to page 4. We got riddle card B. So here's Tom's room. Okay, so we've got a bookshelf. You can see we got some letters here. So we're going to have to decode something here. Got some numbers of different photographs. And then we've got, it looks like a hexagon. So do we have a hexagon on here? Yes, we do. So there's a hexagon. Oh, it's like a wall safe. It looks like there's a wall safe with all these photographs around it. So we have this, and then we've got a the QRC codes. I think that's why they call them QRCs. Which, of course, like I said, I don't have my phone with. So, don't know. All right. Riddle card B shows us this. Tom's archive. And then we've got this symbol up here. So we know we got to come up with a 3-digit number. But once again, now I'm sitting here like, So 7 is a cake, 3 is a racing car, 2 looks like it's the it looks like it's a boat. 5 looks like windows of a house almost. 6 is a trailer. 4 is somebody riding a bike. Looks like they just won. That looks like a 9, which is a horse. Thoroughbred horse being raced. Okay, so that's page 4. Now it says, important, do not turn the page until you've broken the code. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. All right, so I am kind of drawing a blank on this. Oh, look, wait a second, hang on. These books are out of order. If you notice. So we notice that they're out of order. So we've got, all right, let's get a little piece of scratch paper here. So this is kind of purplish with a circle there. That's H. O. Next one is R. And we got S. Horse. So we're going to get horse. I bet you. We're getting. Dan's like, nice going, Jeff. I know. It's, this is kind of funny, right? I mean, yeah. I don't know. Are you folks out there being entertained? I don't know. Just. Oh, Pinky's coming. Pinky wants to jump in on the action here. Pinky, you're late. You are usually down here about a minute before I start streaming. Dan says, don't do it. Okay, so we've got, yep, so we got horse. So that's our first one. So horse would be 9. Next. Pinky, enough out of you. We've got C. Sometimes she sounds like she's being murdered down here, and it's not. It's like she likes to yell at her bowl of water. I don't know what that's about. That's what she's doing right now. She's staring at the bowl of water like, wow. So Flaming Heron's like, are you not entertained? So we got C. Next one is A. R. Car? Could be. Let's see what else we got coming up here. We have another C. Short one is A. Pink is K. That one's an E. Cake. Wait a second, but we still have some more letters here. That's an E, right? I got the E. That's an O and a K. Cake okay? Yeah, is cake okay? So we got the horse, we got car, cake, okay. That is my guess. So that would give us if we have the horse. So it's 9, 3 for the car, and the cake is a 7. So 937. And that is going to be for the hexagon here. Got 9, 3, 7. The Flaming Heron says I couldn't. So Dan says, I don't want to watch. I want to get this game. Like I said previously, KOSMOS has a bunch of these. They have a lot, and they're always releasing new ones. And I think what they try to do is they try to do small ones, like the smaller box ones, which is the Theft on the Mississippi is the newest that's going to come out. That's smaller, and then we got the bigger ones, which I am not going to actually do a run through. I will probably just do a review of it, like the Catacombs of Horror. This one has been out for a while, but this is one of the bigger ones. I think these go for $24.95. So Flaming Heron says I couldn't. My brain would hurt from all the thinking required. So far, it's okay. I get. I'm glad this is not like a super difficult one, because I'm sure I'd be sitting there going. All right, so that's riddle B. Answer card 16 is what we're going to look for here. Hoping that we got this right. Okay, so we are looking for the safe, right? Yep, safe here. So it tells us answer card 30. It's our last card. The safe opens with a word. What sort of strange item is that? It's a little red magnifying glass. Here we go. We got the magnifying glass. Equip yourself with the magnifying glass. Do you think it might help you with the strange black and white QR code in Tom's notebook? Possibly. Let's take a look. See what we can see. I'll put this back. That's riddle card B. I'm going to do about another 12 minutes of this, and then I will wrap up the show. We will pick up tomorrow night from that point. So, like I said, this is just a little something different as opposed to. I had even thought maybe I'll bust out some solitaire games that I've got and kind of like maybe Dawn of the Zeds, because today is actually my buddy Herman Luttman's birthday. One of my favorite game designers and a good pal of mine. It is Herman Luttman's birthday today, so I already wished him a happy birthday on Facebook, but I will wish him a happy birthday here on the show as well. All right, so we've got 2. So I'm trying to figure out, are we supposed to like line it up like this? Oh, maybe here's an idea. Maybe we do this. Right? That looks like a 5. Okay, so let's try something here. So that's a 5. Flip it like this. 2. I'm going to take a guess. That's a 2. That's a 5. What's the 3 give us? 3 gives us 3. So it's 253 for the diamond, or diamond, what am I thinking? Upside down triangle. So let's look at the upside down triangle right here, right? So it was 253, right? 253. And that gets us answer card 17. So we are looking at that should be the QEC code, right? Oh, there it is. It's that. Answer card 6. This is kind of cool. I kind of get a kick out of this. So Flaming Heron's like, yeah, happy birthday to Herman. Yes, with 2 N's. I got the chat disconnected me again thing. That is so weird. I don't know. This is really bizarre. I don't know why it's been doing this. So allow me for a second here to go and let's hold on one moment. Go back to here. I'm going to close out chat and I'll reopen a new chat window. See what happens. See, okay, so this is the weird thing. So it's almost as if it's like my server, not my server. It's almost like my browser drops. But I'm still showing that I'm connected to the internet. So that's what I don't get. That's what's really weird about this. Let's see what happens if I go. So I was using Firefox there. Let's see. Now, see, that's what's okay. So it's showing I've got no internet, but it is showing that I am still streaming. So I don't know. It's got to be something with Windows did an update, and I have a Wi-Fi plugin to this as well. So, which is okay. I mean, I'm going to wrap up the show in a few minutes anyway. But we were doing was it 253? And it says card 17, and wasn't it telling us go to 16? Let's double check. Oh no, card 6. There we go, card 6. That's what card 6 tells us. Card 6 tells us with a grating noise, the bookcase slides to the side to reveal a narrow passage. Phew. You've successfully solved the riddle in Tom's room. You grin at one another with pride. Okay, I'm grinning with you guys with pride. And look, there on the floor are riddle cards C, D, and E. Take the riddle cards from the stack and turn to page 6. And that is where I will wrap this up for tonight. So we are going to be trying to solve riddle cards C, D, and E on tomorrow's show. So hopefully those are out there who are watching, and like I said, I'm 99.9% positive this stream is still working, even though my stupid browsers are telling me that I am no longer connected. Let's double check. See something real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, Windows did an update, and this I think it was earlier yesterday, and this was the first time we had an issue like this happen, and that was last night's show. So I don't know. The stream, everything shows it's still streaming, so I'm assuming we're still in good shape. So join me tomorrow night. Like I said, there's something different, right? You know, we're all kind of stuck. Like stay-at-home orders. And we're on day 4 of our stay-at-home order here in Illinois. So something a little different, right? Something a little more goofy and fun. So, like I said, tomorrow night, same times, same bad time, same bad channel, we will dive into riddle cards C, D, and E. See, we started zipping along once we kind of went through that rule book and that. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow night. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to finish this off. So anyway, as I like to always point out, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Like those trolls out there. And of course, subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget, ring that little bell because it will not only notify you of when I actually stream the Daily Dope live Mondays through Thursdays. Still deciding on if I'm going to go on hiatus or not. I don't know. It's like 50-50 right now. Maybe if we start doing stuff where I'm like playing a solitaire game for a few nights or something, you know. I don't know. Anyway, it will not only notify you of when I stream the Daily Dope live, it will also tell you when I upload standalone videos, which today saw my review of Swords and Wizardry Complete Rulebook. Give you a hint. 10 out of 10. I liked it that much. I think it is excellent, especially if you're looking for some old school Renaissance role playing. So that was up tonight. I'll also have my review of The Crew, which is also from KOSMOS. That's coming up. My review of Explorer's Guide to Wildemont. Probably a couple more days because I have not finished reading it. And also keep in mind my Doctor Who 12th Doctor source book for Doctor Who the role-playing game from my pals over at Cubicle 7 Entertainment is on the horizon as well. So lots going on. Even if I go on hiatus as far as the Daily Dope, don't worry, there's still going to be plenty of videos popping up here on the channel. And of course, remember, there's all that news still being posted over at thegaminggang.com. So, as I mentioned, please give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If not, stop watching. That's all I got to tell you. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's a twist in your arm. Anyway, that is it for tonight's show. And of course, as I just mentioned, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel here on YouTube, be sure to visit gaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. So everybody enjoy your Tuesday night. Of course, we have some folks, some friends of ours who are outside the U.S. It's already Wednesday morning for them. So hopefully you're enjoying your Wednesday morning. For those of you who watched live, thank you very much for keeping me company until my chat disconnected. You're going to have to find out what's the dealio with that. And of course, if you're watching after the fact, thank you very much as well, even if you're watching on Memorex. So everybody enjoy your Tuesday night / Wednesday morning. I will be back tomorrow. And of course, until then, be smart and stay safe. Oh, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel by clicking right here. And of course, if you want to catch up on past episodes of The Daily Dope, check out this playlist. And if you'd like to see what YouTube's recommending you take a peek at from the channel, just give a click right over here. Of course, I'm Jeff McAleer, and once again, thank you very much for watching.